If you're over 40 and feel like the scales are stuck no matter what you do, or you're in a constant cycle of lose weight just to put it back on again when life gets busy, this is for you. Over the next 5 to 7 minutes, I'm going to share my 5 key principles to effective long-term fat loss and body transformation. My name's Brad, and I've been a health and fitness coach for the last 29 years. I've helped thousands of people just like you lose the weight and transform their body and their health, because fat loss doesn't fail in the gym. It fails at 6:30 at night when you're tired, hungry, and someone asks, "What's for dinner?" This is the moment that'll actually change your body and move the scale, not the 45-minute gym session. Because you don't need more motivation. You need a system that works when life gets messy. In the next 5 to 7 minutes, I will show you the 5 principles of effective fat loss and body transformation. These are the 5 principles we use to simplify fat loss, gain strength, and improve your longevity without spending your life in the gym or long joint punishing cardio workouts. You see, most plans fail because they rely on discipline. Mine works because it uses structure, rules, and templates so you can win even on your busiest weeks. My name's Brad, and I've been a coach for the last 29 years. I've coached elite athletes to everyday people, but my specialty is busy adults. You guys over 40 who run a business, who have a family, who has stressful jobs, who are time poor and want to transform their health without spending their life in a gym, who want results without turning their life into a fitness project. People just like Carl. Carl has his own small business, a young family. He's busy with not a lot of time on his hands. Now, Carl used to turn to endurance sports, triathlons, marathons, even Ironman triathlons when he was younger to lose weight, and it worked. He got great results. But now, over 40, this approach doesn't work. We stress, sleep debt, time demands from his kids. This approach just doesn't fail. It can break you. So we did the opposite. We added in strength work, used protein and fibre as anchors for his meals, used carbs properly to fuel his days so he could get more energy and more from it, and a weekly structure that he could repeat no matter how busy he got. And as you can see, Carl had a massive transformation. And let me be clear, this isn't normal, but it's what can be achieved when you really commit to a change. Next, we have Sandy. Sandy managed multiple aged care facilities, travel, meetings. Her days were 10 hours plus. She was busy. She tried everything: fasting, cut out entire food groups, ran more, completed marathons, multi-day hikes. She had tried it all. But all these plans collapsed under her busy schedule. But once we simplified her nutrition, used our protein and fiber as anchors, gave her the fuel to get through her busiest days, she lost a lot of weight. And most importantly, she kept the habit so it stayed off. The plan was simple and fit her busy lifestyle. Can you see the common theme? Same person, same schedule, better results. Let me be clear, this isn't for everyone. This is not for you if you want to detox, if you want to cut out entire food groups, or live a life of restriction. And this definitely isn't a 7-day miracle hack. If you can't follow a basic weekly structure, this is probably not for you either. But if you want a plan that works inside of your busy life, that gets you the results you're after, then this will click. So let's get into it. I'm going to take you through the 5 principles that my clients, including Sandy and Carl, used to transform their lives and their body. Principle 1, protein and fiber. If you're hungry, you're not weak, you're human. Most diets just limit your food and leave you wanting more at every single meal, lacking energy, stripping you of motivation, and robbing you of important muscle tissue and metabolism. Protein and fiber do two things fast. They keep you full and stabilize your cravings. We use some simple targets. Protein, we have a minimum of 1.6 grams per kilo of body weight per day. And fiber, we aim to get around 30 grams per day, or 5 to 7 serves of fruit and vegetables. This simple change in just the first 7 days leads to some big changes. The hunger cravings go, the bloat drops, people feel energized and motivated that they can do this for the long term. This isn't magic, because once the hunger settles down, the food choices become easy. This is where that 6:30 p.m. decision becomes a lot easier. Principle 2, TDEE, total daily energy expenditure. Understanding how we burn calories is important to help you get better results with your fat loss. See, most people use exercise to increase their fat loss. More workouts, more intensity, push harder. Then, a few weeks later, we wonder why we're exhausted and stuck. The scales still aren't moving. You see, exercise only makes up about 5% of our total daily energy expenditure. It's trivial. 3 times 45-minute intense boot camps, and you're only going to expend about 1,500 calories total for the week. You can undo all that in just one night out. And remember, there's 7,700 calories in a kilo of body fat. Can you see why this is now a really ineffective way to pin your weight loss hopes? You can't diet your way out of Thursday night takeaway, Friday night benders, and Sunday night desserts. I'm not saying don't exercise or do cardio. What I am saying is these are ineffective ways for fat loss. What we want to do is focus on our daily movement. How can we get more movement into your day? Simple things like parking the car a little bit further away from work, standing and walking every time you're on a phone call. You will be amazed at how these things will make a huge difference rather than trying to slog it out in a 5K run in the heat in the middle of summer. We combine the food structure in principle 1 with the movement plan in principle 2 to create a calorie deficit, because we use exercise to build your body. It doesn't erase your mistakes for the week. Principle 3, strength training. This is where weight loss becomes a transformation. Because without strength work, people lose weight and become soft, flabby, what we call skinny fat. With strength training, you keep and build muscle. It improves your shape, improves your joint health, your bone density, and what your body's capable of. It creates tone and definition. No soft, flabby bits. And no, this isn't a gym session. 2 to 3 30-minute full body sessions a week is more than enough to see incredible results. That leads us to principle 4 and calories. I'm not asking you to track these forever, but you do need to understand the skill. You do need to understand the differences in foods and their calorie loads, how this will affect your fat loss. Most people aren't overeating because they're bad. They're overeating because they're choosing healthy, calorie-dense foods without even realizing it. You think you're doing the right thing? That handful of macadamia nuts, drizzle of olive oil, the dates as a snack. Now, these foods aren't inherently bad, but they have a very, very high calorie load, and we need to be conscious of that when we have them. So we teach you simple swaps, simple techniques to measure and manage your calorie intake. So 6:30 p.m. isn't full of weighing and measuring every little ingredient that goes into your mouth. And principle 5, habits, standards, and a plan B. This is where most diets fail. There is no backup plan. There is no habits built in to make your choices and your weight loss easier. This is what will lead to long-term transformation and incredible changes to your body and your health. Because life's always going to throw you curveballs. You're busy, waiting for the perfect moment. It's never going to arrive. So we have to have a plan that fits your busy schedule and a backup for when shit just hits the fan. That's why when you say, I don't have the time, we have templates, easy to prepare meals and snacks on hand. Or if you travel for work, eat out, drink on weekends. That's why we have a structure around these events to ensure you don't overdo the calories. But you can still go out on the weekends. You still travel for work. You can still enjoy a drink with friends. You don't need perfection. Perfection is the enemy of your progress. I'm over 40, stress, hormones, menopause make it impossible for me to lose weight. That's exactly why we have a focus on strength work, building muscle tissue and increasing your metabolism. The fiber and protein in our diet help maintain that muscle tissue, keep you full, and help with your gut health. We put a focus on sleep and your habits around bedtime to improve the quality of your sleep, your hormones, and your day-to-day energy. Because when we're over 40, extreme dieting, excessive high intensity cardio makes these bodily changes as we age worse, not better. If you hate tracking, good. We use a simple plan and basic templates so you don't have to track every little piece that goes into your mouth. Just understand where your calories and protein are coming from. If your knees are cooked, your back aches, or your shoulders are gone, then this is the program for you. We use a scalable strength training program designed to meet you at any level. At home, no equipment, in the gym, full equipment, with your own home gym. We can help you in any situation build your strength, improve your joint health, and improve the quality and longevity of your life. The rule that saves everything, the plan B. We reset the next meal. We don't wait till next Monday. One meal doesn't ruin your progress. A weekly spiral does. If you'd like to apply those 5 principles above to your lifestyle, I have a free 7-day Kickstart starting Monday. I'll show you how you can apply this to your life simply without overthinking it and lose 1 to 3 kilos in just the first 7 days. You get your own app with all your training programs. You get meal templates and guidelines. Full rundown of our plan B and weekend structure. Just simply message me Kickstart below and I'll send it all through. If you want the full operating system, including accountability and working one-to-one with me, comment trim28 and I'll send you the details. Now the guarantee is real and simple with my trim28 program. You complete your weekly check-ins, hit 80% of your workouts and daily movement goals, follow the meal templates, and you don't lose weight, we'll give you your money back and coach you for free until you do. That's how strongly I believe in the Trim28 program. And I can offer such a strong guarantee because I've been doing this for 29 years and I know it works.